Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are. This is affixing you back on episode 107 of this Where Winds Meet Let's Play. Now, and for this video, I think I will do only one quest, that is the Land of Go, or even half a quest, because tomorrow is working. That guy I killed.
I see you, wanderer from the Central Plains. We meet again.
Yeah, man.
Madam, have we met before?
I remember you. You're the wanderer from the Central Plains. You're a good one, you are. Always keep your promises. Here, you must be thirsty. Drink from the well and rest a while. If you rest well, you'll remember everything.
Remember everything, okay?
All right. I am indeed a bit thirsty. Water in the desert is never easy to find.
Yeah, man.
Why are all the trees around here withered? Huh? Where did Madam go?
Yellow sands flow, poplar trees grow. The
Oh.
land of gold will show.
Use healer to heal Granny Wong. Oh. Why Granny Yang? Alamak. So 30,000 sale. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry guys, I'm a bit no. Oh, lima. Sorry. Wow.
Wanderer, the wanderer from the Central Plains.
Are you all right, Madam? Why are you here?
I can't remember. At my age, too many things slip from me.
Oh.
All I know is that I must find the land of gold.
The land
No.
of gold.
Yes, yes. A land glittering with gold, where camel bells ring out across the desert.
Wolo Granny Yang.
Hey, Madam, please, slow down.
The story goes back many years. They say that near the old Jade Gate Pass, there used to be a settlement of Sogdian merchants. The leader of that settlement was the last great merchant of Sogdia.
Sok dia.
Under her guidance, the settlement thrived, filled with gold, merchants, and camel caravans. She traveled across the desert as the merchant of gold, gathering wealth beyond measure.
Wow.
And in time, people began to call this place the Land of Gold.
I see.
It seems there are others searching for the Land of Gold as well.
Hey, there's plenty of space here. Why not let us rest here as well?
Well then, I'll speak plainly.
We're all searching for gold, aren't we? No one wants another rival. We arrived first, so we took this spot.
Oh, we have Nuo Pantuo, Xu Zhenzhu, Kang Mingluo, Kang Feng, and Mitu Sichi. So he used Gift of Gab to resolve the debate. What the heck, man? Talk to Hedan.
All right, you've got a point. I'll yield for now. But wait, let's make a pact first. Whoever finds the gold keeps it. Your group is large. You won't try to take my gold, will you?
Don't assume we're all like you. We're not here for the gold. We came to settle a debt. This used to be my ancestor's homeland. Before she passed, she said that when the poplar tree sprouted again in the land of gold, the one who owed her would appear.
Ancestor? Are you the descendant of the merchant of gold, Kang Zhenzhu? Who owed her a debt?
Huh?
Not sure. All I know is that this concerns the greatest trade my ancestor ever
Oh,
made.
basi.
And the debtor was
Oh,
someone
sampai
from
besok
the
tak?
Central Plains.
Besok basi lah.
Someone from the Central
Nanti
Plains.
saya tak tahu dia makan tak.
And this wanderer happens to be from the Central Plains.
Saya tengah main.
Surely you don't think I'm the one who owes the debt?
Judging by your age, you couldn't be the original debtor. But now that you happen to show up here, could you be that person's descendant?
Stop right there. How can you assume that? If you say I'm here to repay a debt, then I may say you're here to stir up trouble, disrupting others searching. Are you hiding something yourself?
Hey, hey! Who's hiding something? Who? Not me.
Lol.
Now, calm down. I'm only making assumptions. If you make an assumption, be ready to back it up. Don't accuse others so easily.
What you say makes good sense, Wanderer. In fact, if any of you can help us find the debtor, we're willing to share part of the profits. I can tell you're sharp and quick with words. Since you're from the Central Plains, maybe you see things a bit differently. Why don't we compare notes and share them with the Wanderer here? What do you think, Wanderer?
Tak ada makan lagi.
Good. Then it's settled.
Besok basi.
Making promises on my behalf, are you? Very well. I'll give it a try.
Talk to the three people to collect clues. Talk to Kurani Yang. Talk to Kang Mingluo. Talk to Shi Hedan.
The story of the land of gold. I know they say countless gold once flowed across the skies here. Are you searching for gold as well? You'll find it, Wanderer.
Shi
I
Hedan.
also heard that the merchant of gold had a golden peach capable of creating gold. What a treasure that would be. If I could get it, my brothers and I would live far better lives. Ah, Wanderer, forgive me for earlier. It is truly troublesome to search for gold in the sand. But aren't we Sogdians always windblown, seeking gold in the sands?
I see.
At least for you from the Central Plains, you can find a place to rest when tired.
Kang Mingluo.
My clan has few records about my ancestor. But when it comes to running a business, it was mostly gold or silver. Since she named this place the Land of Gold, she must have been skilled in trading gold. My ancestor planted the first poplar tree here, and afterward, the caravans used the poplar as their symbol. In every ledger, there's a marking of a poplar leaf.
The stories are elusive. Perhaps it's best to start with that ledger.
Ledger. Look to the poplar leaf ledger. Alamak. Oh, we got another. Kang Zhenzhu's General the First, my patar once asked me, Marga, do you know why we must wander all our lives? I shook my head. He stroked my hair and said, to survive. We Sogdians are born to chase profit. Where the goal is, that is where we go. From the moment you are born, you are destined for a life of ceaseless travel. Then can we ever stop? I asked. He gazed into the distance, and after a long silence sighed, a place where we could stop. Such places are gone for us. Marga, remember this. In a caravan, to keep your belly full, your feet must be swift and your heart must be hard. Business is business. Sentiment will be ruin. Your ruin. You won't let you get far. I'll never forget these words. Okay. Here is the poplar. Poplar leaf ledger. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, here. An old ledger marked with a poplar leaf. It records trades with a Tang army unit. The ledger's owner provided them grain, while the Tang army paid remains unclear. Tahu dia kan? Inform of the account book's content.
Wanderer, have you discovered anything about my ancestor?
Inform of the account book's content.
It seems my ancestor didn't actually trade gold as I assumed. I was mistaken.
Not necessarily. Grain is as valuable as gold. Kang Zhenzhu's gold may have referred to grains. I also heard that Kang Zhenzhu traveled to Chang'an once. That shipment of grain was likely connected to the Tang army. Perhaps she went there under the army's backing.
I see.
As far as I know, only foreign traders approved by the Tang court could have permission to offer tributes in Chang'an. Could Kang Zhenzhu have used her grain to exchange for a permit from the Tang army?
As for my ancestor visiting Chang'an, that's only hearsay. Even with the proper permits, it's difficult. Ever since the Anlushan rebellion, the trade route passing through here has been cut off.
A wild goose leaves its cry. A person leaves their name. If this merchant once lived here, there must be other traces of her.
That's right. Let's split up and search around. Perhaps we'll find something.
I see. The land of
Chang'an.
Look for the surrounding traces.
It's a cup from the Central Plains? A wine cup, perhaps.
The 8-petal silver cup.
The well. It seems to bear an inscription. Built by Kang of Jianzhong. Jianzhong? That seems to be an era name from the early Tang.
Kang Zhenzhu's general the two. I struck a deal with the general. I provide the grain and he builds the well. Even migrating birds need a place to rest on their long journey. For the Sogdian caravans, these resting places are always found where there is water. But this time my stay has been longer than I intended. Perhaps because digging a well is a slow and arduous task. At first, the Tang army sent only a few men. They still had a city to guard, so progress was slow. Just as I calculated, it was not a profitable deal. But then, villagers started to appear. They helped the soldiers not for coin or for profit. They couldn't quite explain why, only murmuring about wanting to see the Central Plains, to see Chang'an again. Chang'an, I once longed for that city myself. In the lessons of trade passed down from my elders, it was a land one could only travel to after becoming a great merchant, carrying credentials and chanting players. But what reason did these soldiers and villagers have? Most of whom had never even been there. I asked the general as he stood on the city wall. He told me Chang'an is the heart of their country, their homeland. I didn't understand what homeland meant. Sorry. A homeland, he explained, is where you have ties. It is the place that lets the wandering stop wandering. It is the place that lets the wanderer stop wandering. His meaning still eluded me. If I go to Chang'an myself, I asked, will I understand? He shook his head. You would, but you shouldn't go. Not now. If I would understand, then I must go. I smiled, countering with a new business proposal. You have been looking for a foreigner the Botchen wouldn't suspect. Someone to travel light and carry a message to Chang'an. Let me go for you! I leaned forward, snatched the whip from his hand, and set off on his white horse, crossing 3 passes and 1,000 miles to reach the fabled city of Chang'an. It was magnificent, but strangely I found myself missing the simple market where I spent my days with the soldiers and villagers. When I returned, I saw a small light flickering in the shelter where I had stayed. The guard at the gate greeted me with a smile. The general said, "Your return was uncertain, Master Kang. So he'd ordered us to keep a lamp lit for you." In that moment I understood, this is what a homeland is. Suddenly I had a dream to build this place bigger, better, to let the desert populace sink their roots here and grow 1,000 golden branches. I want to build my homeland into a true home for the Sogdian people. Oh, so long said this one. I need to digest a bit. Medicine specials to facilitate commerce. This route authorizes the passage of goods carried by the merchant Madam Kang of Hesi. Oh, madam. I thought it's a guy. It's a guy. It is requested that all authorities grant her safe and unimpeded conduct. Below are affixed the seals of various officers.
What's this? A travel permit? But it doesn't mention the female merchant ever entering Chang'an. So just like we thought, Kang Zhenzhu's caravan never actually made it to Chang'an.
Deliver the found all items.
My ancestor mentioned two trades, one involving grains for the well, and the other, something unusual for a merchant. Neither seems linked to her last wish. By the way, the pass token has no record of her going to Chang'an, but judging from these notes, it seems she did travel there before.
Maybe your ancestor went there alone?
Are you saying she went to Chang'an in disguise? That's why no record exists on the pass token? From the Jade Gate Pass to Chang'an? It's at least 10,000 li, and there are Po Chunpo ambushing travelers along the way. What could the Tang army have wanted her to do in Chang'an?
Many years ago, I heard from someone in the Central Plains. The Tang army on the border once sent a messenger to Chang'an to request reinforcements and bring news to Heshi. The news shocked all of Chang'an. Yet that messenger returned with no help. Surrounded by enemies, Tang could spare no troops to defend Heshi.
So sad for the Tang dynasty here.
Don't you think Heshi is like us Sogdians? But the people of Heshi are more fortunate than we are. They still have their land while we lost our homeland long ago.
So, apart from fulfilling my ancestor's last wish, I also want to see the land of gold she worked so hard to build.
As you can see, the land of gold no longer exists. Only withered poplar trees remain. No treasures, no gold.
Perhaps there's still hope. In fact, we've already found something she left behind.
What does it say?
Let's read it together. Maybe she left some clues behind.
Kang Zhenzhu's General III, from the moment I resolved to make this place my home, I planted a grove of desert poplars. And with them a name to truth, Poplar Bazaar. My restless heart, once fated to wander, has slowly found its peace. I came to know everyone in Poplar Bazaar and at Jade Gate Pass by name, including the generals. He was a man of many worries. which often followed him here. Pointing to the wells we dug together, he said this place reminded him of Hershey, a string of lonely wells that would one day run dry. His dream was to connect these oases to Hershey and all the way to the heart of the Tang Empire, turning this desert into a land lush with water and grass. One day he said Hershey would be reclaimed and Jade Gate Pass would return to the realm. The trade routes to Chang'an would reopen and outlead my caravans down that road again, openly and with pride. In time, the poplars grew tall, their seeds carried on the wind, spread the name of our golden home to lands far away. As for me, I continue to build my fortune, waiting patiently for the day my caravan once again sets out for Chang'an.
I knew it! The land of gold is no mere tale. Kang Zhenzhu's legacy must still be here. Your ancestor didn't pass down the wealth to you?
She only left a little gold and silver to the clan. As for the rest, no one knows where she hid it. She left home later. Perhaps she took it with her.
The poplar tree over there.
Poplar tree?
What about it? Ah, the last wish. It said when the poplar tree sprouted. And here, only this tree is growing. Maybe it has something to do with my ancestor.
Find the highest place. It's more than 30 minutes. Find the highest place. Head to the high place to find clues. Okay. Okay, let's recharge my stamina first. Oh fuck. What's this? Pick up a moon chest. Oh, moon chest. How do I get up there, Sila? Man. Ah, fuck. Ayo. Oh, up there. So. It's very I think from here, from here. Okay.
Is that...
Fallen Soldiers Register, a roster. Its pages densely filled with the names of fallen Tang soldiers owed their final respects. Tucked within is a depth note penned by a General Guo to the Sogdian merchant Kang Zhenzhu. The inscription is stark and clear. The Ansi army owes the Sogdian merchant Kang Zhenzhu a debt of 100,000 gold.
Wait, there's a piece of paper here.
Kang Zhenzhu's journal for the Bochan came too fast, shattering the plan to connect all of Hershey. The general urged me to leave. Poplar Bazaar was not a fortress, it could not be held. But I will not go, this is my home. At your impasse, I challenge him, if you want me to leave, trade me for what you treasure most. What precious thing could the general trap in Hansi possibly possess? Yet he reached into his tunic and pulled out a small ledger. It was a roster for the fallen, listing their condolence payments. I knew precisely what those names meant. I had known so many of them. We had built the wells together, we had built Poplar Bazaar together. In the blink of an eye, they had become cold, blackened on a page. I knew he had always dreamed of carrying that list back to Chang'an himself. You carry the burden for everyone, I cried out. For Chang'an! For this land! For every soldier. But what about you? My fate, he said, is in your hands now too. And then I saw it, the final entry. It was his own name.
I'll take this to them.
Oh, kat sini,
Are you saying the general left my ancestor a list of survivors receiving compensation? Let me see. It's true. And all the names on this list, they've been crossed out.
What do you mean?
Back then, after leaving Poplar Bazaar, she quickly left the caravan as well. She also took most of the wealth she gathered over the years. The clan thought that she only hid the wealth somewhere because of the war. Now that I think about it, perhaps this list is where her wealth went.
Are you saying your ancestor may have traveled to all the places listed here? Central Plains, Jiangnan, the Northern Desert, Zhenzhu. How many years would it take to reach them all?
Not sure. But according to the elders of the clan, she returned at the age of 70. And since the list was found here, it confirms she did come back.
This merchant of gold was surely a woman of great resolve. She journeyed across the Great Tongue for these people, spreading all her wealth.
Wait, the last name on the list. It hasn't been crossed out.
You mean the name of the general?
When Kang Zhenzhu left this place, the general hadn't passed away yet, and the loan slip on this list was in his name. So when she returned here, she must have intended to ask him to repay the debt.
Kang Zhenzhu's last wish was to ask the general to repay her debt?
That's right. She meant to ask him for the debt. But Kang Zhenzhu passed so many years ago. There's no way the general could repay it now, is there?
My ancestor used to dig wells here with the Tang army. Merchants traveling through the desert need water most of all. She also said she would seek the debtor when the poplar tree sprouted. And a poplar tree needs water to grow. If the general wanted to repay his debt after his death, could the wealth have been hidden inside the well? The poplar tree has sprouted. Surely that means the well has changed, and the clue to the treasure has appeared. Wanderer, can you help me count how many wells are in this village?
Find a spot to observe the well.
This well was built just outside the village. It looks like it connects to another well over there.
Its design matches the Karez well commonly found in the Hesi region.
It stands right at the village entrance, with channels running both inside and outside the village. At first glance, it seems like an ordinary well, but it looks like it's been dry for a long time.
Wait, the soil at the bottom is dark and still a bit damp. This isn't a completely dry well after all. The soil around this well feels somewhat damp. The wells closer to the upstream usually have more moisture.
Does that mean all these wells are connected by a canal? Does that mean all these wells are connected by a canal?
Inform of the well's location.
That's strange. The canal has been blocked for a long time. It's not supposed to be wet. The poplar tree has sprouted and the well is wet. Could someone have reached here before us? If my guess is correct, these wells are connected to Jade Gate Pass and Karez. There must be a water canal linking to Anxi. The canal used to be blocked, and the trees had withered. But the number of wells doesn't add up. There should be one more well along this canal, the very first one. And that well should be right under the first poplar tree.
Oh, right. I remember now. There. Right there.
Hey, madam!
Catch up with pretty young.
That's strange. Where did she go? Hold on. By that well.
Kang Zhenzhu's general fee. I took the register of names and we read his unspoken debt. Pata taught me this was a fool's bargain, a trade destined for loss. But he was wrong. In truth, I have been the one in debt all along. Since 5 years passed, 10 since the very first well was dug to bind Hershey together. In the desert of merchant follows water. Water draws people, and people are the source of all wealth. Their wells became my trade routes. Their sacrifice gave me Poplar Bazaar. It is time to settle my account. This departure will be long. I wonder, will I see the poplars green again? I must believe so. I believe in my own strength, and I believe in this vow. Sentiment is a weakness in our trade, my part-time used to say. But look how far it has brought me. From Hershey to Chang'an, to Zhenzhu and beyond. My road is long yet, and I know he, too, will keep walking his path until the promise is fulfilled and the land is won.
Why are you running off so quickly, Wanderer? We can barely keep up.
It's Madam.
Madam? I don't see any madam.
The one who came with me.
Haven't you been here all alone? Huh? What is that you're holding?
You should have journaled to the two of them.
I see now. The Tang army drew a water map of Anxi using these wells. The water canals beneath the trees also served as trade routes. Clearing these canals allows the waters of the Kurez well to flow everywhere. They connected the 4 garrisons of Anxi and reached all the way to Tang in the distance. That merchant, he used this network of canals to build a trade network across the desert. The canals themselves were the real gold. Now that the poplar tree has sprouted, it seems the water is flowing once again.
So my ancestor wasn't waiting for the debt, but the moment the Anxi army defeated the Po, cleared the canals, and the land of gold reappeared. Wanderer, please, help us clear this dried up well.
You lean over the well, peering into its depths.
The land of gold.
Oh, this one. It's gold. Oh, gold. The poplar trees. Yeah,
So this is the homeland my ancestor longed for all her life. A whole forest of poplar trees. Maybe when she left that last wish, she meant for us to keep building this land of gold. She left home with only that list, just before her death. She was already senile, barely remembering people or places. We thought she left just so we wouldn't be sad, but thinking back, she was always the same merchant of gold. Her resolve never changed. All along, she just wanted to return to this place.
But very beautiful, you know,
Just as gold never loses its shine, one's homeland never fades. My ancestors' memory never dimmed. But I never found her remains.
Actually,
Huh? Wanderer, did you find any clues about my ancestor? Where is she?
No, but I think there's a chance she's been here all along.
What are you standing there for, Mingluo? Want to team up again? The water map left by the Tang army. I'm sure it's still workable even after 100 years.
You already came up with a plan that quickly?
Of course. We Sogdians never lie to each other.
Very nice quest. I mean, a very informative quest about the water canals in the Tang Dynasty here. Oh fuck. Okay, guys, is it? Cannot us here. I must increase my martial arts. You guys. Oh. So, wow. Cannot. Okay, signing off sejuk guys.